Hello, everyone, and welcome to Scarred Lands, Sins of Shelzar, Dead Man's Rust, the season finale. When last you joined us, the adventurers were making haste out of the lair of one Lucian Bane. In hand, they held the components of the horrific ritual the necromancer had used to create Legionnaire's Rust. The last hope for turning the tide on this terrible plague that is working its way through the Hollow Legion. A series of events involving the rest of the party were pre-recorded, which we will be cutting to here in a little bit. And then we will resume live broadcast tonight. So we're doing things a little special and a little different in that regard. First, a couple things I want to share with everyone. This is They Came From month. All month long, there are deals on the They Came From game line. Right now, if you head over to Drive Through RPG, you can pick up They Came From Beneath the Sea for 10% of its cover price. That's not 10% off, that is 10% of. The core book will run you about $2 in PDF at the moment. And not to be horrifically biased, but the Jumpstart, which is a highlight of my career, called They Came From the Bikini Beach Party, is also, They Came From the Bikini Beach Party is something entirely different. Party Beach Creature Feature is the Jumpstart, but you can also get They Came From the Bikini Beach Party on sale as well. It's sales on top of sales on top of sales. Go over and pick up those books today. I think that's probably about all we need to cover. Oh, I also do want to remind you that at the end of the month, every month on Friday night, Onyx Path Publishing has their game night, working in accordance with Start Playing Games. So if you head over to theonyxpath.com, you should see some news about that each week in the Monday meeting notes, as well as if you want to keep up to date with our various production schedules, that's covered there as well. And just kind of see what's going on with things around the Onyx Path. But head over there, check out that information on Onyx Path Game Night, and find something spooky to play this spooky season, as we are now in October. I think that pays the bills, and we are going to take a moment to zoom in on events as Lulu perceived them. And once we get through Lulu's perception of these events, then we will begin exploring what the rest of the audience may have seen in this, or the rest of the party may have seen in this dark time. Lulu.
Yes.
You pass through the teleportation effect, managing to keep down whatever you might have swallowed in your last fit of rage, but are able, and you're immediately hit with sort of cold wetness as you start rolling down the side of a snowy mountain. Before you can really get your bearings, you clearly see Charlie and Ithrin go over the edge. Reflexively, you reach out, a hand on each of them, and as you pull them upward, there's a blinding flash of pain, almost unlike anything you'd ever experienced, save perhaps your own demise. And when that flash of pain clears, you regain consciousness. You're laying in a hospital, in a sickbed. Your arms are both sort of wrapped and like suspended from the ceiling, And you can feel definitely like a great deal of soreness around the shoulders as if someone had pushed your arms back into socket.
Ugh.
You currently have 1 hit point.
What a ride, guys. What a ride. I hope I can get healing at this hospital.
As you're looking around, there seems to be a great bustle of activity at the hospital. There seems to be people running around shouting, patients sort of like starting up out of their beds, and people, orderlies ordering them to please lay back down and rest and relax. And as you're soaking in this scene and trying to process what's going on, just as you're about to call out to someone for help, you notice suddenly, as if they simply manifested from nowhere, a tall, gaunt figure dressed in gray robes sitting on the foot of your bed.
Oh boy.
The hood of their robe is over their head in such a fashion that you can't really see it, just sort of creates a pool of shadow where their face would be. But their hands are very clearly tightly desiccated flesh, barely stretched over skeletal structure, as if a set of bones were wearing rubber gloves.
Do I have any idea who it could be?
Why don't you make a religion check for me?
Okay. This is not gonna go well for me. Sorry, my dice are always in slow motion, so we have to wait.
That's all right.
7.
You haven't the foggiest who this might be.
All right. I'll say, whoa, who are you?
I'm a friend, believe it or not. And I'm not here for you, so you can relax.
Well, that does not feel comforting, but
I'm here to talk with you for a moment of your time. And for that moment, I'm willing to compensate you when the conversation is over.
okay. What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about who I'm here to collect.
Okay. I feel like I know who this is, but it's okay. I'm nervous.
You see, among your friends is a true rarity on Skarn. Someone who had not only the willingness to sacrifice themselves for everyone else, but the wherewithal to stand toe to toe with a god and outwit them.
Ah, who is that?
Can't really talk about it before I collect, but what I can say is this much. Your friend is paying a dear price for the safety and security of all these people around you. If you look at them, this is a group of people who simultaneously have known death perhaps more intimately than anyone else on all of Skarn, and yet know nothing about its processes. These hollow folk, they're of interest to me, but I'm glad they get a chance to continue. I feel I have much to learn from them still, but nonetheless, I owe your friend a debt. So, in order to, shall we say, clear my conscience, I will tell you this much: make no effort to undo what is done.
Do you mean what is done, like that you're gonna do? Or what is done to me?
Oh, this to your friend specifically. I'm not going to do anything but collect.
Okay.
But I am warning you and asking you to carry a warning to the others.
Okay.
The method by which your friend's sacrifice must be rendered must be absolute. If the faintest spark of possibility exists, that the thing that now inhabits your friend's flesh might escape or be resurrected, is too great a risk to take.
Okay.
So when all is done, I need your assurance that you will prevent your friends from doing anything foolish. What is to come is a field dressing on the apocalypse.
Oh.
I would recommend you don't go scratching it.
In my mind, I'm just running through how much they're not going to listen to me, but but I will definitely try. I will tell them, I'll pass along your message for sure.
Thank you. I will do my best to see you safely to your next destination, and regrettably, I fear we will be seeing much more of each other in the coming days.
Oh boy. That sounds fun. Nervous smile and laugh. Yeah.
As they stand up, you hear a like staccato sound of several joints cracking.
Oh.
They step over to the side of the bed and say, "You've, much like the hollow folk, you intrigue me. I look forward to seeing what you and your kind have to offer."
Well, hopefully we don't disappoint.
He brings his bony fingers up to that gaping shadow before his face, and just a little bit of light illuminates in, dancing just enough for you to see a raw, skeletal, exposed grin as the fingertips just brush against the front teeth in a mockery of a kiss, as he then places his hand upon your forehead.
Oh boy.
You feel the relief of each shoulder pop and feel your blood rush through your limbs, returning feeling to them for just a moment. And then back to the dull ache that you now realize is the existence of the wretched. And the cloaked figure turns and walks away. As they do, they brush their hand along one of the Hollow Knights. The first Hollow Knight to become infected with the rust, in fact. That first Hollow Knight that your party spoke to, now lying on a sickbed, covered head to toe in flakes of oxidized metal. And as this creature brushes their bony fingers along the shoe of its plate mail, the Hollow Knight disintegrates into a pile of flakes of rust.
Oh boy. Well, that for him was probably a relief.
What would you like to do? Nobody else, by the way, seems to notice this cloaked figure you've been speaking to.
Well, I'm not going to talk about it then, because then my stay will be much longer than I want it to be. I know how this works, Travis. It's a trap. Do I feel good enough to like get out of bed, or do I feel like I still need to?
At the moment that you attempt to sort of gauge your wounds, you realize you have now been fully healed. You're at full hit points.
Oh, awesome. Well, if I feel like $1,000,000, then I'm definitely going to leave because I think that this place is really scary.
You come rushing out of the tent, looking around for a familiar face. Off in the distance, you see Charlung turn slowly to look back at the rest of the group as you see Alan weeping, holding onto a ring, and just a hint of ash pass into the wind. Stick around and you'll find out exactly what that pertains to. If you don't mind, Tech, please go ahead and take us to our pre-recorded portion of the evening. So when last we met, the party had managed to gather the intelligence and the evidence from Lucian Dane's ritual room. And just as Lucian was making his way back home, you used the necklace to teleport out. Is that correct?
Yes.
And I believe you were headed for the peak of Mount Gillenorum, the highest peak near, or the nearest tall peak with snow on it near the Golden City. You all hit the side of the mountain tumbling downward as you sort of dove through this teleportation and landed on some, shall we say, uneven ground. Let's have each of you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
23.
You'll be fine.
8.
12.
21.
I think I'm the one failing here with 4.
All right, so
Charlene goes for a tumble.
as you all tumbled on the side, most of you are able to stop your fall, but you see Ithrin and Charlung go over the edge, and only because Lulu, what's up?
Can I try to catch them?
Well, Lulu basically gets them before
Good.
they actually fall down. And you hear like some crunching as like Lulu's arms come out of socket.
I know that feeling well.
She pulls you both back up onto the edge where you're all sort of sitting there panting and freezing and having just performed the incredible feat of stealing from one of the most powerful wizards on all of Skarn. And then you all look over to Haiku. Haiku does not look well. There are black streaks under Haiku's flesh emanating from his eyes and sort of making a spider web network across his skin.
Can I make a medicine check to figure out what's going on with him?
Sure. Go ahead and make a medicine roll, please.
First thing you've said that.
Oh, that's much better. That is dirty 20.
All right. So you're fairly certain that he's infected with some sort of very fast acting blood poisoning.
I have a potion.
You feeling okay, buddy?
How am I feeling?
You can feel it not only eating your insides, but you can feel it chewing on memories. For the life of
not
you,
great.
you cannot remember meeting Ithrin. You just remember a situation where Ithrin was there. And you can feel literally like the edges of that early awareness of Ithrin being gnawed upon, slowly in chunks, bits of smell, bits of details you noticed on that day, slipping into oblivion.
It's not great.
So is this like a magical curse? Or would I have reason to think so?
I would stand. You're not aware of anything natural that would react this quickly, this severely, and not probably kill him.
All right. The only thing I really have right now is Dispel Magic, so I'm going to cast that at 5th level.
Excellent. You drop a 5th level Dispel Magic. Go ahead and make a spellcasting ability check real quick.
Oh, God. All right. That's Druid. Druid is Wisdom. So I'm rolling a d20 plus my Wisdom.
That is correct. And then you add your proficiency bonus as well.
Okay. Ah, shit. That is a 4 plus a 4 makes that 8, 12.
No, honestly, it's a good thing. The enchantment on your magic items holds.
Okay. But Haiku's probably still dying.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any relief for Haiku. You can now start to
Do you
feel
know what's causing it?
Can I do an
Oh.
investigation check?
Are you asking?
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
we should just get going to the city. We don't got time to waste right now.
How long is the journey to the city?
A couple hours by foot. You can make an investigation check if you want to. Absolutely, Alan.
13, that's not great.
You notice a piece of a couple of areas of Haiku's armor look like they've been digested away. And underneath the skin is sort of raised and sore a little bit and weeping with a black ichor.
Right. I have one Hail Mary thing I can do. I can turn him into stone.
Can you unturn him from stone later?
It will take some effort, but less effort than making him not be dead.
What do you say, Haiku? We've
Listen,
already
I
cut
had
off
some-
your arm.
In order to find the ritual, I had to make some compromises. So I really think we just need to just keep on trucking and get to the city, and then we'll figure out everything there.
Can you turn him to stone and then I'll carry your statue?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
We leveled, right?
You did.
Out of curiosity, like, how is it that a sorcerer comes to like learn a new spell? It's kind of just like a font of inspiration, right?
Generally speaking, eureka moments. A need presents itself.
I'm pretty sure I could get us there quicker. Assuming that, because when you learn teleportation circle, you learn 2 places.
It would be fair to assume that the second place you learned was absolutely inside the Golden City. Yeah.
Yeah, and the other one is like back in Shelzar, right?
Oh, right. Everyone wants to take the 10 minutes.
It's 1 minute.
Oh, 1 minute. Okay.
I mean,
So
Go ahead.
we could also just do a short rest.
I mean, I'll have us there before we would finish a short rest with the teleport circle.
Oh, okay. Well, so while that is happening, I am keeping an eye on Haiku and just sort of monitoring his condition. And if it looks like he's about to rapidly deteriorate, flesh to stone time.
You start to feel as that teleportation circle is being crafted, you start to feel almost panicked scratching at that mental block that your magic item provides you, Haiku.
I want to hear it through, so I'll let it come through.
Matassel says, do not let that rat turn you into stone.
Whatever, dude.
Did you not forget? We made a bargain.
Oh yeah, we made a bargain.
And that bargain is working its way through your system. It needs to be able to run its course.
How long does it take?
Minutes.
All right. How are you, Charlong?
Charlung's probably using some of the water from their water skin and control water to like draw.
I mean, you're literally on a snowbank.
Yeah. But I'm using the water from the water skin to melt the snow, right? Like,
Oh,
to collect
gotcha.
it.
Okay.
And to draw the runes for the teleportation circle with like two hands at once.
Excellent. You get your teleportation circle together. Is Charlie or Alan doing anything during the course of this minute?
I don't have anything to do.
I'm keeping an eye on Haiku.
Okay. You can see, like, this is actively, visibly moving. Teleportation circle activates. Everybody stepping through?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. You dump out in effectively in the middle of the one of the command centers in the Golden City that has been converted into a field hospital. Around you, you see dozens and dozens of Hollow Legionnaires in various states of decay. A couple of the Hollow Knights as well have now succumbed to the disease. Though still alive, there are many sick and wounded. And as soon as you get through that teleportation circle, Haiku, give me a Constitution saving throw, please, at DC 25.
8.
Excellent.
It's about as far from 25 as you can get.
You suffer 13 points of acid damage as black ichor ejects forth from Haiku's mouth when you step out of the teleportation circle. And you see it like decaying at the edges of his lips where there's still flecks on his face.
Haiku, no!
Need a mage, like a strong one.
You hear some sort of chaos as people are shouting, and an elderly human comes running in about a minute later. What can I do for you?
How good are you?
You'd better hope very. What's going on?
We need to talk in private.
There's no time.
There's time. We need to talk in private right now. Let's go.
Well,
I hand like the notebook over to Charlung, with like the ritual that we wrote down.
yeah. Charlung probably put all the components in like one big bag and is like, where are the priests? As he's looking for a mage.
They start rushing in. I mean, it turns into a hotbed of activity. There's already, Hollow Legionnaires and Ironbred and humans sort of running around treating people left and right in here. So as soon as you come, like, appear in the middle of the room shouting for stuff, it becomes kind of a bit of organized pandemonium. As the priests are coming in to snatch up the components, get those over to the academy. The elder mage pulls you over to a bed and lays you down and pulls like a sheet around and says,
I'm coming with.
as private as you're going to get.
Like I redeemed your soul.
I'm talking
I'm
to
getting
him, and
some,
I'm like,
hold on one second. I'm getting some bleed. There we go. Sorry about that. Continue.
as I'm talking to him, I'm starting to take off like pieces of like my equipment, like my sword and like my cape, and like I keep the ring of protection on, but I keep like basically all my magic items I take off real quick.
All right.
And
As
I'm
you're
gonna be
taking
like-
those off, Alan, are you forcing your way in, or are you?
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm
Right,
in
so-
this room. Shut up.
Alan bursts in.
Oh, and you need to go.
No, I can't leave you.
I'm handling it. Just leave me. Like, give me a minute.
Fine. And then I leave, but I'm like at the door, just like fuming.
I mean, you're right outside the curtain, so
yeah, that's what I
if-
mean. I'm like,
If you want to make a wisdom check, it'd be a perception check, and you'll be making it with advantage because there's a curtain between you and.
I will Cape of the Montebank, dimension door us 500 feet away.
what?
All right. Once you're in private, you dimension door yourself outside. You appear out in like the side of the road. You can see
With the priest guy or the mage.
with the mage. You can see there are people sort of running now out of the hospital toward the academy. The people are shouting. The word is starting to spread that the cure may have been found. He says, "What's the meaning of all this?"
All right, we don't have much time. I need you to now, like, hear me out. I need you to kill me. All right, completely just kill me. Take my ring off once I'm dead, and then get rid of this body. It can't be in this realm at all, and you can't let my friends know until like the very end what happened. I just have to not be here. Something bad's gonna happen if you let me live. So kill me, take the ring off, teleport my body somewhere where no one will ever find it. Now.
He says, "I can't just kill you for no reason."
If you don't, bad things are gonna happen to everyone, not just the
Says,
Legionnaires. We
Quiet
avoided
yourself. Quiet yourself. And he touches your forehead with both hands. And he speaks a few syllables of ancient Lydian. And then he opens his eyes and says, "I wish you a restful afterlife," and casts wish to kill you.
We have no idea that any of this is going on, right?
None whatsoever. You fling open the curtain. What did you get on your perception check, Alan?
14.
You fling open the curtain and you absolutely see them step through the dimension door, and you can see exactly where they're at outside.
I jump through the dimension door.
You don't make it to the dimension door, but you can run out.
No, the fuck, Haiku.
You jump through the dimension door into a bookcase and knock it
Yeah,
over.
you like hit the wall. Are you going to run out?
Yes.
Is anyone going to chase or stop Alan?
I assume I ran off with the
Priests?
priests.
Go ahead,
As
go ahead and give me a perception roll at disadvantage, Charlene. What's Ithrin doing?
I think I'm just really confused. I'm like, what? Where's she going?
If Holland is running, I'm probably following to see what the hell's happening.
Excellent.
I got a 1.
I'm doing the
not,
same.
Not a natural one, but modified one.
Excellent. So you don't notice crap, Charlene.
No.
You're
No,
wrapped up in
I
the-
am not a noticer.
the three of so Ithrin was gonna follow once Charlie was following, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just like, hey guys, what's going on over here?
You round the corner just in time to see your friend turn to ashes in the hands of this mage.
This mage is about to die.
I was about to
No! What the fuck are you doing? And then I pull my hammer out.
wait, no, look, I was about to turn him into stone. This is the same thing.
As you pull your hammer out and the mage turns around, you see this mage who you have seen previously and you know was a venerable old man when you saw him last. His beard has grown like whiter and thinner and longer. His knuckles have shriveled and become arthritic. He's aged from this spell casting.
What the hell is going on here?
Your friend was carrying an apocalypse in him. I did the only thing that made sense to be done. He asked I give you this, and he hands you the ring. I saw the thing that was in him. And had I let him live, it would have devoured Skarn.
So he's gone?
Ultimately, yes. I needed to be sure that his passenger would not survive, so I cast the most potent spell I'm aware of. Nothing short of a god is going to be able to bring him back.
So we can bring him back.
If you have a god's ear, I suppose. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go vomit and sleep for 4 days.
Somewhere where you can see it, but he can't, like Ithrin is like.
Ithrin. Bring him back. Ithrin.
I'll try. I wait until the wizard leaves.
All right.
And so it's just us, right?
Yeah, it's just you. I mean, there are people running about like there's people running around the streets shouting like, I think they may have found a cure. Get your loved ones, gather everyone. They're like super excited in the streets. So you're not by yourselves, but no one is paying attention to you.
Okay. I still think we should probably do this in the right place. So I'm just gonna sort of like scoop Haiku's ashes into a little bag.
There's not really ashes to scoop. He sort of went off into the wind. The only remnant you have that's collectible is his ring.
Okay. We can bring that. But I want to go because there was that snowy little altar in the mountains, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I want to go there to try and contact the Snow Queen because that seems like would have the better chance of succeeding.
Sure. Is anyone going along for this journey?
If I am asked, I will go.
Like Charlie is not volunteering for it.
Yeah, I mean, like, Ithrin would ask that, essentially her ask is anyone who's his friend, come with me.
I put Haiku's ring on a string and I tie it around my neck.
All right. Are you going to go and interrupt Charlung, or because you notice that Charlung's not around?
We don't have time for this.
Yeah, I imagine Charlung is probably busy with the cure. So if I catch sight of them, I'll let them know what we're up to, but otherwise
We
I
do
assume
have
that-
the rings of the pack, and I believe multiple people have ways of using sending. as
Oh,
well,
that's right.
but-
I am really out of spell slots, but let me check.
I have message. How far are we talking?
Like up
Close.
to up. How well if you went up to you wouldn't be able to message from the altar.
Oh, I do have sending. Trying to see if I have a.
Well, I mean, I assume they're just in the street and I'm going the other direction with the priests, right, in my bag.
Sure, yeah. I mean, they
And
can
talking about what I saw with them as I'm going.
Yeah, so if you want to collect everyone and head up together, that's fine. You gather Charlung. What are you going to tell them?
Haiku made some choices. And we're going to try and save him from the consequences of those choices. And if we can't, we will give him a very nice funeral.
Where will you be? I'll find some way to make it there.
I described the route up to the altar.
Oh, I remember that place. Give me an hour, I'll say.
We'll
I'll
meet you up there.
All right, you make your way up to the altar. During that journey, what is Charlung going to do?
So since I was the scribe that basically like copied down everything,
Yes.
basically the only two people that like had really arcanely studied the ritual room were me and Haiku. And Haiku was talking to me while I was scribing it, I think was basically what was going on. So I'm gonna like play back as much as I can of that memory while it's still fresh with all of the priests.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a, let's do Arcana check.
It's
Please.
a 22.
Not bad, not bad. You're pretty sure you've given them the most accurate possible description. And they're making notes left and right. There's translators. There's about, between clerics and wizards, there's about 40 spellcasters kind of in this room trying to break this down.
And then when I feel like I have nothing left to contribute, because everyone is probably either way higher or way lower on the food chain than me, I'm gonna say, and I need one of you to send me to that altar on the mountain.
Of course, they send you to the altar of the mountain. But that's an hour later. Ithrin, Alland, and Charlie arrive at the top of the mountain.
Like scorpions, centipedes.
Yeah, so I'm sorry.
No, you arrive at the top of the mountain, or at the altar of the mountain. What would you like to do when you get there?
So Ithrin will sort of gesture, hey, you should probably put the ring on the altar.
I do it, but I haven't spoken since this has happened.
Yeah, and Ithrin wouldn't have tried to like engage you in conversation because what do you say? So Ithrin will sort of like position herself in front of the altar in a way that she thinks is reverent, you know.
Sure.
Curl one little paw around the amulet of the Snow Queen and put another one on the altar and like to the Snow Queen. I'm probably just the least of your clerics and I'm not very good at that and not very good at being a druid anyway, but anyway, one thing I do try to be good at is helping my friends, and you know, I don't even know if I would call him a friend, but he traveled with us and sacrificed a lot for us, and he's also really willing to make deals, so I bet he would absolutely make a deal with you and you would get a very talented and tricky servant, and of course I would do anything that you needed me to do Just please bring him back.
Roll
Thank you.
percentile for me, please.
Oh God. Oh. All right. There's the button. There's the button. 12.
Okay. You hear a cracking noise as the ice on this mountainside begins to rise up and take a humanoid form. A woman about 20 feet tall, dressed in long flowing robes made of snow and ice. Her skin shock white as her eyes, no pupils, no irises. Long white hair. She says, "Priestess, you would dare come before me so unclean."
I am so sorry. I am sort of learning this cleric thing as I go. No one ever taught me the right ablutions, but so Ithrin like puts her paws into the snow and starts trying to like use that to rinse off.
Did Ursos not tell you?
Who?
Or not Ursos, I apologize. Did Hurer not tell you?
Who?
The bear.
We didn't have a very long conversation.
He was to tell you not to come to me unclean.
How do I get clean?
That infection, you were tasked with fixing it. If you
Oh,
can't navigate so simple a task, you'll be ill-suited for what I need you for here at home.
well, we did fix it. Point to the valley.
Good, then cleanse yourself and make haste to Fenrilik. I have a priestess in Vortislav that needs your help. Once you have proven your devotion and succeeded at your task, we can talk about your friend's fate. But I offer you no promises. He is deep, deep within the Morga's grasp.
Okay. Thank you for answering my prayer.
Hurry. The snow sculpture collapses under its own weight and sort of dissipates into a snowy haze.
I'm sorry, that probably could have gone a lot better.
Charlon appears.
I look around again, not being much of the noticer, but probably smart enough to realize that everyone kind of long-faced. Something already happened? Am I late?
Well, Haiku's gone. He made some kind of deal that we needed to get the cure. I tried calling the Snow Queen, but I fucked it up a little bit. She's kind of mad at me right now. But she didn't say no. I think you can take the ring back if you want.
I take the ring back and I put it around my neck, still silent.
Excellent. That's where we will take a pause for tech, and we'll be back momentarily live with the remainder of the season finale of Skyland's Sins of Shelzar. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So, Lulu, seeing this ash leave your friend's hands, you do a quick head count, and you realize that the only person missing is Haiku. And you feel your legs just go weak and turn to jelly as you fall onto your butt and sit and realize that he is irrevocably gone. By the time the mist clears from your eyes and the world stops spinning, you can already see that your companions have started their way up the side of the mountain.
I gotta go tell him something. So
All right.
gotta chase him, I guess.
You get up and start chasing after them. They've got a bit of a head start on you. And as you're about to catch up with them, as they're up in the shrine to the Snow Queen, you see an immense figure rise up out of the snow and begin speaking in a booming voice. Its words are almost incomprehensible to you. I'd like you to make a charisma saving throw for me, if you don't mind, Lulu.
Oh boy. Pause for the slow dice roll. 16.
Excellent. You hit your knees as you're stopped dead in your tracks by the divine presence. You're unable to move forward. You're effectively under the effects of a turn undead. And it occurs to you that this being in front of you is truly a god. And
Right. Do I know which one?
you can make a religion check with advantage.
Let's see what happens this time. Well, for those of you who weren't here earlier, the first one was not good. All right, first one is a 12. And second one is a 4.
All right, with a 12, you do recognize her as Frelia, the Snow Queen, the goddess that Ithrin has begun worshiping.
Oh boy.
In a 30-foot tall avatar made of snow and ice. And as far as you can feel, as far as you can tell, every inch of its presence is judging you and finding you wanting. You cannot move closer to it while it remains. And after what feels like an eternity of standing in the direct judgment, the unfiltered judgment of a god that finds you filthy, the mass collapses under its own weight and blows off into the breeze like so much scattered snow. You can now move normally. What
She
would you
just
like
came
to
up to judge me and left?
do? As far as you can tell, yes.
Oh, wow. Well, that was weird, but I really need to talk to my friends, so I guess I'm going to keep going the way that they were going.
All right, you rush into the small shrine on the side of the mountain. What's everyone else doing as Lulu runs into the shrine?
Well, we had just filled me in on what had happened. So probably all standing around, kind of not saying anything would be my guess.
Uh,
that's right.
the Snow Queen seems pissy enough already. And it's not that I don't trust Lulu, it's that I don't want her to accidentally fuck up, so I'm gonna follow her.
You're going to follow who? Lulu?
Lulu.
Well, Lulu's running into the shrine. So,
Oh, where we already are.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
never mind.
Lulu's
then.
running into you.
I'm looking for you. I'm looking for you.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll stay here.
What would you like to say, Lulu?
What the heck is going on, guys?
We lost Haiku. And I mean,
How?
like, yeah, I'm not exactly sure, but he disintegrated, but he also saved everybody from the rust plague.
Oh boy. In my mind, I know what the person on the end of my hospital bed was talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. So I tried calling up the Snow Queen, but she got really pissy. But she might be willing to bring Haiku back if we could do a favor for her in Fenrilic. Also, be nice to Olin. She's taking this really, really hard.
Okay. I will say, I'll tell Icthern that I need to talk to her by herself then. I gotta tell you something. I don't know if everybody else is paying attention to us or if I could just kind of like whisper it to her. Or...
Is anyone going to object or interfere if Lulu tries to pull Ithrin off to the side?
No.
I mean, we haven't had a rest since we got out of the
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm exhausted. I'm probably sitting on like the ice on the edge of the mountain, just enjoying the cold for a bit.
All right, so yeah, you have relative privacy. Aland, I assume, is trapped in her own thoughts.
Dissociating. Yeah.
Very good. And what's Charlie doing?
I don't know. Probably just enjoying not doing anything for a moment.
Yeah, taking a breather. That's fair. So Lulu, yeah, you absolutely can pull Ithrin off to the side. What would you like to say to Ithrin?
Don't scratch me.
Ithrin, I woke up in a hospital bed and I'm not 100% sure what happened after I caught you guys off the mountain, but while I was there, I'm pretty sure that a really powerful being came to me, but I don't know who it was because I suck at religion. And they said that we need to leave what was done.
Okay. Do you what sort of being, like, what did they look like? What sort of vibe did they give?
They gave a really death vibe. I watched him poof the Hollow Legionnaire that we took from the wherever we were. I forgot where we were.
Like skull face, gender, voice.
There was definitely, I could see the skull face because I saw their jaw, and they had a robe on that covered most of their face. It was very dark, and their hands were bony, but had skin over it, but it was real bony.
Is that enough for me to make a religion check?
Absolutely, yeah. Go ahead and make a religion check
Okay.
with advantage.
Oh, that's a good thing. First roll is 17. Second roll is 8, so 17.
You're pretty sure that Lulu is describing the Morga, the god of death.
Okay. Yeah, so I think you talked to a death goddess, like the death goddess.
Ah, that would explain a lot.
The death.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
she thinks we need to leave what is done, which I'm pretty sure is talking about Haiku.
Well, I mean, it makes sense the death goddess would want people to stay dead, because if people are able to come back, then you know what she's gonna do.
She said at the risk of an apocalypse.
Aw. Okay. So it's not really me you're gonna have to convince. It's
Oh God.
Colin. Because I'm a druid. I get, death is a part of the cycle of life, and Haiku sacrificed himself so that other people could live, and that is what gets you really big statues built in the town square. But I don't think Olland is going to be satisfied with
Oh man. That sounds rough.
that. Okay, this is going to sound awful. I don't think we should tell her right now. I think she probably needs some time to process her first flush of grief.
Okay. We can wait for a good time. We'll
Yeah,
wait for a good time.
we'll tell her when we get to Fenrilic.
Also, your god is really judgy.
Well, I don't serve the god of death. I serve the Snow Queen.
Oh yeah, yep. I know that one. She just came out of the snow and judged the fuck out of me.
Oh yeah, she judged the fuck out of me too. I thought she was gonna turn me into like icicles for a minute there.
It's real awkward.
Yeah.
All right, we could go back and join everybody. Ithrin probably needs a rest too.
We should probably also see if we can get cured of the plague. I can't remember if we could or not.
They're still
Yeah, if
working on the cure. Last I checked.
if you want to head back into the city, there are certainly places for you to stay while you wait. It takes the dozens and dozens of mages with a complete set of Lucian Dane's notes and everything you were able to steal from the ritual room, 2 days time to crack the ritual, allowing them to reverse Legionnaire's rust.
So I assume that that's a long rest.
You may take a long rest.
Okay, so during my rest, I feel like I'm gonna be alone in whatever inn we are at, and I'm gonna put the ring on.
You put the ring on and are greeted with absolute silence.
I don't know what I was expecting.
Make a Arcana check if you don't mind, Ellen.
Ten.
It doesn't make sense to you. As far as you know, this ring is supposed to hold on to the mind of its bearer if someone dies while wearing it. He should be in here. And for some reason, this ring is empty.
That's spooky.
Though the reason why is a mystery to you. And at about 1 a.m. on the second day, Holland receives a knock on the door to her room at the inn.
Come in.
Bark walks in.
I don't got time for this.
He is severely beaten and wearing armor that shows signs of intense physical conflict. Do you say I don't got time for this when you
No, I said this to you as a DM. What happened? Are you okay? I mean, clearly you're not okay.
Fine. Are you okay? He like lunges forward and puts his arms around you.
I kind of hold his arms and I like, put him like back to him. I'm like, I am also not okay. Haiku is gone.
Oh, gods, I am so sorry.
Yeah, me too. But I don't understand. But he's supposed to be in the ring, right? He's supposed to be in the ring. He's supposed to tell me what to do now.
In what ring?
I show him the ring that I had put back in my chain.
Why would he be in this ring?
This ring holds the whatever thingy of the wearer if they are wearing it when they die. And he sacrificed himself. And the one mage just like turned him to ash because he contained an apocalypse or something.
Okay, I know all those words. This is a little over my head. Anyway, I came as soon as I heard you were in town, but we were on our way here with a procession of ghosts from Clan Unicorn.
Oh,
We believe we found a way to give them a new form.
oh, that's great.
It is, but on the way here, we ran across a mobilized army.
Not so great.
We count roughly 50,000 on their way here. Mostly corpses, but it seems like Lividatel is mobilizing everything they have against the Golden Valley. So my people and I are here to fight.
I put my hand on his arm, like on his shoulder, and I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
What are we gonna do? I have to find Ithrin, and then I walk out to go find Ithrin.
Excellent. The second night of resting, what is Ithrin going to be doing at 1 a.m?
At 1 a.m, she's sleeping probably.
Excellent. So she's curled up like a little mouse, like little squeaks when she's snoring. And then there's a bang on the door.
Ithrin just jolts awake, says, I didn't do it. And then goes to open the door.
We have a problem.
Yeah.
Glividatel sent 50,000 corpses this way.
That's a lot of, like, on carts, or are they walking?
No, like an army.
Because of what we did?
Not because of what we did.
Ah.
Um,
Well, that's bad.
do you think it's bad?
Yes, it is definitely bad. We should let the Hall Legion know so they can start preparing the city's defenses.
This is why I came to you. I don't know what to do. So let's go.
Okay. Yeah, we'll find like the captain of the guard, or like a Hollow Legion sergeant, or like.
As you get out and start walking around, you can see that there's already people mobilizing. It seems as though the Broadreach dwarves informed people. Like, it wasn't just Bark. You look around and you count, probably rough head count, 75 Broadreach dwarves, probably 1,000 Broadreach elves.
That's still
Okay.
less than 50K.
Well,
And that is about half of the current. Well, it's about a third of the current population of the Broadreach dwarves.
I mean, corpses are not known for their combat prowess. But yeah, this is bad. We should tell the rest of them so we can decide what to do.
Do you know where they are? Like, I literally didn't pay attention.
I mean, I assume they're sleeping in the inn.
Bark says, I need to report. Here, he hands you a ring. You can use that to contact me. It's another ring of the pack.
He hands that to Olland or to me?
To Olland. Yeah.
Okay.
I grab the ring from his hand and I grab his hand and I'm like, thank you
Of course. Just
for everything.
don't mention it. Just stay alive, okay?
Same to you.
Absolutely. I lead a charmed life. He runs off to join his companions. Are you waking everyone else up?
Oh yeah.
Would Charlie be in bed at 1 in the morning, or would Charlie be at the pub at 1 in the morning?
That's a good question. Probably at the pub.
Okay. So you find out before they get to you that there's an army on the way from Glivet Hotel. Everyone is expected to get to battle stations regardless of their current infection status. We're gonna have to repel a major army. And
I'll head-
people's
I'll head back to where my people are.
all right. What about Lulu and Charlung? What are they doing at 1 in the morning?
Do the undead sleep?
You don't have to sleep. No, you can take light activity. So you could like read, or you could like stare at a wall. You could take up knitting. You could sleep. You can try to sleep.
No, I don't think I'd be sleeping, but Lulu, I don't know if Lulu even knows how to read, so I'll just be walking around the halls.
Excellent.
Creepy.
And Charlene?
I imagine Charlung is probably sleeping, just given the adrenaline spike of the last week.
That's fair. You all eventually wind up in Charlung's room after meeting up and regrouping. Charlung, you wake to knock at the door with the rest of the party standing out there. By now, it's about 2:15 in the morning.
Morning.
So we got some good news and some bad news. Actually, no, it's all bad news.
When isn't it?
Especially at 2 a.m.
There's an army of zombies on their way here from Glivet Hotel. Like a lot of zombies.
Suppose that means we have to fight again then, eh?
We could evacuate.
Charlung just shrugs. We could.
Just throwing that out there as an option.
I think we could take them.
Am I there yet, Travis?
Yeah, they
50,000 of
grabbed
them.
you on the way. So
Fine.
Okay.
everyone-
Well, my opinion is fuck this place. Let's leave. It's not my fucking problem. Why am I gonna fight a war?
Well, we kind of pissed them off and provoked them.
On the other hand,
So
if we're gone, at least they won't be coming for us here.
Will they come through here though?
it's not a problem.
Yeah,
I mean-
Just
my
saying.
alignment is. I care. We can't abandon these people. They'll die without us.
I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to mean to me. Like, I'm not going to kill them. I didn't tell anyone to kill them. I don't feel like this is my responsibility. That's where I'm at.
I mean, I
So-
feel like Alan could hit some shit right now.
I don't know if I care enough.
If all of us are dead, we can't do anything.
That's true.
Why don't Ithrin, why don't you make a history check for me?
Uh,
Yes.
no. I-
6.
Never mind. What were you gonna say, Charlie?
I'm also reviewing my character sheet, and one of my traits is if I'm outnumbered, I will run away from a fight.
Oh God, we're running
So-
away.
Ithrin will say, like, well, we've got the thing to do on Fenrilik. That's a good reason to get out of here and not die under hordes of walking corpses.
What is the thing that we need to do on Fenrilik?
Something for the Snow Queen so we can bring Haiku back.
Ah,
And so she won't smite me.
ah.
Nobody wants to be smote.
Smitten.
I mean, I feel like if I piss her off, I'm gonna like spend 1,000 years as like a ice sculpture somewhere.
You
I
could
feel
see
like that's-
1,000 years in the future, though, which would be pretty cool.
I think it's just gonna be more assholes being assholes.
Yes, but will there be like 50,000 undead assholes? Because I feel like there won't be.
I don't know, maybe Glividautel's gonna win. Like in the long run, and everybody's corpses. Anyway, this is kind of we should start packing.
Yes, let's go.
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor.
Okay.
As who knows where we're going, it might come in handy.
What all would you like to do before you leave the Gleaming Valley? Is there anyone you'd like to speak with?
I'm wondering if there's some way, and I'm gonna propose the idea before we like split up at all, that if we could somehow make it seem as if we've died, perhaps the undead guy we just really pissed off back there won't come looking for us wherever we end up.
So you're gonna try to leave a fake corpse and trick Lucian Bane into believing that it's your actual body?
Couldn't he just raise us from the dead and figure it out?
Only if they took the place. Which, given this is the home ground of, a lot of god folk against an army of undead, they might stand a chance.
As you're discussing and debating it, you hear alarm bells starting to ring. But rather than the sounds of combat, you hear shouts of like joy and jubilation despite the early hour.
We should go see what's going on.
Are you going out into the courtyard?
Yeah.
As you step out, you see there's clerics running around like casting spells, feeding potions to people. You can see the rust receding on some of the Hollow Legionnaires that are getting their treatments. They're shouting, "In Corian's name, the ritual has worked. The ritual has worked. To the sick, to the sick." Paladins are blowing through, lay on hands on people, and you just see like the Hollow Legionnaires and the Hollow Knights armors start to sparkle again as they start to regain their original might.
Yeah, we should probably get cleansed before we leave as I watch this unfold.
Okay. Is that something we can fly through and do? Is there like a drive-through cleansing?
Like a drive-through COVID test.
Yes.
If any of you can cast Lesser Restoration, you can now cure Legionnaire's Rust.
Oh, I think I can.
Nice.
I think I got rid of it at the last fucking thing.
You will have had time to have changed spell preparation, so I'll allow you to. I know that at least two of you are capable of casting it, so
Yeah, I removed it last.
I'll allow you to take the time to do so before you teleport out of the city.
Yeah, I can cast it.
All right.
It is second level for me, so I can cast it 3 times a day.
Excellent. So between you and Charlie, you should be able to clean the whole group before you leave. Does anyone have anything they want to speak to anyone about, or anything that they?
We had that friend. I'm blanking on the character's name, but he was our guest star for a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to check on him and make
Alocles.
sure.
Yeah, Alocles.
Alocles, yeah.
Alocles went missing when they all charged the Glividatel and has never been found.
Oh. In that case, I will do whatever the equivalent is of like finding a shrine and lighting a candle for him.
Excellent. You do so. Any goodbyes for Lulu?
Debating on whether I should talk to Alwyn now.
You should not. Player to player. Don't do it.
Not right now. But does Lulu pick up on that? That's the key.
I have a horse face like this the entire time. I'm just like not even responding. I'm Witcher mode. I'm just grunting again, like in the beginning. I'm just like to people. So I think maybe I guess roll perception.
Yeah, if you want to make an insight check as to whether or not it's a good idea to share this information right now, you will.
I want to let you know, guys, my insight is, am I doing a saving throw or just
roll an insight check, skill check.
Oh God. We're gonna see what happens. Uh-oh. Okay, wait. It's a 14.
You absolutely recognize that it is a bad idea to bring this up right now.
Okay, good. It was like teetering on the 1. I was like, oh no.
You're like, this is happening. You're signing your death.
Yeah.
All right.
Yikes.
How about for Charlung? Any final goodbyes before you bid farewell to the Golden Valley?
No, I don't think so. Everyone I would say goodbye to is standing next to me. So
All right. Charlie, any final goodbyes?
I don't know nobody.
Excellent. Ithrin, any final business besides lighting that candle before you leave?
Nope, I'm good. I mean, I'll let one
Um,
for haiku too.
All right. And
I am going with Ithrin first to put the piece I made for Iolocles by the candle that she's
Okay.
lighting for him.
all right.
The shield, right?
Yep.
And I got my shit, right? Like it was here.
Yeah, you have all your stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
And all of Haiku's items.
Yeah, which I'm gonna need a list of later to put on my sheet. And then I go say bye to Bark.
All right. When you go to Bark, he's like up on the wall. You can see the defenses rolling out. You see like 600 Hollow Legionnaires marching out in phalanx formation to act as the first line of defense at the Trot of Corian, where Corian was last swung his sword during the Divine War. Not too far from here. Bark says, "You here to fight?"
I came to say a short goodbye.
Oh,
I'm sorry. We have to go solve some stuff with Ithrin's goddess so we can bring Haiku back. So
no, I get it. Hey, that takes precedence. Go.
I'm sorry. Good
No,
luck.
we'll be fine. Corian's with us. We'll be all right.
If you need anything, you know how to find me.
I do. We've got rings now. We should be able to stay in touch, right?
Yeah.
You're not going that far?
Okay, DM question. Is it too far for the rings to work?
Yeah, you're going to another part of the planet. I think they only work within a couple of miles of one another.
Okay. I'm like, yeah, sure.
Says, well, you know where to find me too, so just be safe. And he holds out a hand.
I hold his hand and then I pull him in for a hug.
All right.
And then I like let go and leave. Like before I like a bro.
All right, you kind of shove him away and return to everyone else. The party is now gathered in where would you like to meet up? Where's your designated meetup spot? To head out. Just meeting back in Charling's room.
Yeah, or, like at the very least, the inn that we've been staying at.
All right. You all get together. All of your bags are packed. And you're ready to go. How would you like to proceed?
So could we teleport there?
As far as you know, that ring there, that necklace will take you anywhere you want as long as it is freezing.
Okay, and I guess we, barring a better idea, we're going to a cold place in Fenrilic.
All right. Do you have any particular place in mind, or are you just literally aiming for somewhere cold that's in Fenrilic?
So the player has very little knowledge of Fenrilic, so like there's no geography roll that I can make.
Wait, I've been there, right?
Both of you have been to Fenrilic.
I have
Oh.
Because when you went to a dungeon in Fenrilic,
Yeah.
yes. If you want to teleport
Okay.
back to that dungeon, you certainly could.
That seems like a bad idea. Is there anything I can roll that would be like akin to a geography roll that's like it's cold, but it's not awful?
You can roll a history check.
Okay.
And not a mountaintop.
2.
You got a 2?
Yeah.
Excellent. You've barely.
I have wanderer feature.
Okay.
Does that mean that from the little amount that we spent there, I could maybe locate a safe place for us to teleport?
You can describe one. Yes.
Okay, I'll describe something that I remember from Fenrilik to Ithrin.
Okay.
You have a description of a place. So you're gonna cast teleportation.
And so
This is gonna end badly.
as Ithrin casts teleportation, she's like clasps her little paw around the amulet and then just says, "We're teleporting to help you, so please help us arrive where we need to be."
Roll percentile, please.
No, that's really
I'm not expecting a return call.
Oh, that's not what this is for, but thank you.
She sent
10.
it straight to voicemail, Travis.
You got a 10 on your percentile roll?
Yes.
Excellent.
Excellent for us. Or
What does that
excellent
mean,
for you?
Travis? I didn't
There
like
is-
that tone.
There is a bright white flash. You all immediately suffer the blinded condition due to a blizzard,
Oh, no.
unless you have some way of overcoming that. Everything around you is effectively heavily obscured, just absolutely white snow blind.
I'm
Okay.
freezing.
All right. So what I would like to do is I would like to use 2 more charges on the amulet
Okay.
to construct a wall of ice. Just like a circular barrier around us to protect us from the blizzard.
Excellent. I'll allow it.
Okay.
You throw up a kind of a pseudo igloo. I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
Excellent.
Oh no.
You
Which
suffer
gives
2
me
levels.
an 8, but
You said-
still.
Alan suffers 2 levels of exhaustion from the cold.
How do I do that on my sheet?
You go up to, I think you have to click on
Conditions.
conditions.
I got another 10.
All right. You suffer a level of exhaustion. Well, you're immune to cold, so you're fine.
Oh, go me.
I got 21.
All right, Charlie, you suffer no exhaustion yet, but you are freezing your fur off. How about Lulu? Are you frozen? I think Lulu's frozen.
Like in real
Oh
life.
Well, that's
no.
weird.
Yeah, she froze in the Zoom.
Well, what did Charlung get?
I got an 18, but I'm also spending a sorcerer point to become immune to cold
Excellent.
with my elemental background.
Oh noes.
Yeah.
We have a camera mishap. Give us a moment. We'll see if she can hop back on. You got that? So, while we await for her return, icicles like form on several of you as you like flash freeze when you hit the Fenriliki wilderness. The wall of ice comes up around you, surrounding you, creating a barrier of protection. And though you can't really see anything aside from what's within this wall, you get the sense that you're on a vast empty space. There's a large silhouette, barely perceptible through the blowing snow and drifts. Looks like maybe a nearby mountain. Whatever it is, it goes high, very high into the sky. And
Hi.
as you are peeking at this, you see this giant mass begin to undulate and move. Welcome back, Lulu.
We're all about to die. Oh no, gotta wait for her to get her headphones on. Lulu, we're all gonna die.
Oh God. Why? What happened?
There's a horrible snow monstrosity that's about to eat us.
I would like each of you to go ahead and give me a Arcana or Survival check. And Charlung, you're an elemental sorcerer, so I'm gonna give you advantage on this.
13 on survival.
22 Arcana.
Hang on, my thing is loading.
19.
My
on
computer's
Arcana.
crashing. Is it saving throw or no?
No,
Just
Arcana check
is Arcana or
Survival.
or Survival. Don't forget you're at disadvantage because you're exhausted.
who do that to me, Travis?
I didn't do that to you. The dice did that to you. Yep.
9.
Excellent.
9.
Excellent. Those of you who got a 15 or higher recognize this thing as a crawling glacier.
And they're friendly, part of nature, right?
Crawling glaciers are a rare but serious menace in cold mountainous regions, capable of wiping away structures and even entire settlements as though they were never present to begin with. Tales of whole villages being consumed by a crawling glacier during long blizzards when the threat could not be spotted until it was too late. Crawling glaciers hunt by scent. They consume any organic material they engulf. This typically includes herds of animals, forests, and settlements. Some who dwell in particular frigid areas, such as the northern reach of Fenric and Albadia, have developed tricks to change the creature's hunting route, such as enticing a direction change with a herd of animals, starting a large forest fire to drive it away, or, of course, hiring a party of high-level adventurers or mercenaries to harass it. A typical crawling glacier is 15 to 30 feet high and 20 to 40 feet on a side, with crevices and fissures all around its perimeter. Their weight is inestimable, but it varies not only with the dimension, but with their contents. This is a gargantuan ooze. And it's heading right for you.
Ifrin,
I think
your goddess
doesn't like you.
I mean,
I don't
she
know.
is pretty much the definition of cold-hearted bitch, so
Can I talk to it? If I speak with animals.
You are all robotic. What?
Is it better if I'm closer?
that was better.
And apparently, thanks to Chips of Onyx, the crawling glacier shall henceforth be named Benji. So,
Can I talk to Benji?
you can shout something at it. Sure.
I have speak with animals. I don't know if it counts as an animal.
It's an ooze.
Okay.
So imagine a gelatinous cube, except it's the size of a mountain peak and it's cold.
Well, then.
With my 19 on the Arcana check, do I know if it would speak in language? If it even has a mind, or is it just like...
If it's coming for you right now, your only two options are either get out of its way or create something more substantial than this thing that you're hiding in right now and hope that it stays up long enough for this thing to pass you over.
We need Rowena. Yikes.
I am out of
Does someone-
charges
d-
on the amulet, so we cannot teleport.
Hold on. Doesn't Charlie have rope trick?
No, I have tiny hut.
Oh.
That
Tiny
does not-
hut would absolutely work.
Would it?
Yeah,
Oh.
tiny hut, nothing can pass through, right?
Yeah, let's say yes.
Melinda
Yeah.
has decided.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can throw up a tiny hut and try to wait it out. Hope that it passes over you in the what 8 hours it can stay up.
Yeah. I mean, we can try it.
Charlie
doesn't-
saves the day.
If it doesn't work, we die. I mean, cool.
Excellent. Charlie casts the tiny hut, this bubble, and immediately, as soon as the bubble goes around you, Alan, you breathe in a sigh of relief as the temperature warms to something that's manageable. You can feel the ache of cold, not only in your bones and joints, but literally in every wound you ever suffered. Like every scar you bear, every blunt hit you've suffered, you can feel it return to you in this piercing cold. And as you thaw from the tiny hut, all that pain visits you again. The rest of you look around as you see this hut engulfed entirely by this crawling glacier. And within it, dozens of corpses in various states of decomposition. You see snowshoes, sleds, a child's toy, a window pane, what looks like a significant portion of a shrine to Heinrich the Hunter. And that's where we'll wrap things up for this season.
Oh shit.
Jesus.
Oh, funny.
Any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns as we end the season with you all trapped inside of a crawling glacier?
This is the perfect place.
Raise on
mean-
the hut. It's all good.
Ithrin isn't susceptible to cold, but she still needs to breathe.
Fortunately, the tiny hut will cover all of your needs. And this thing is, while it is painfully slow, it does have a movement speed of 15 feet. You'll probably survive.
Probably.
But
Man.
Well, I'm going to suggest that Ithrin goes to bed right now, just in case, so that hopefully she could wake up and teleport us out of the inside of the hut to some other cold place. That is
I believe
not
those
the-
regain. I believe
Yeah,
those regain charges at dawn, right?
Yeah, it's per day, not
Oh,
per
alright.
rest.
I think
So,
I got
like-
there at midnight.
I can knock her out. Like,
Well, it was 2 a.m. in Gelspad when you teleported there. Yes, you're halfway across the planet right now.
Yeah,
Which
it
means there
recharges
should
at
be a
dawn.
time difference. And we used one back in the other day, and now we only use 2 in this.
I don't think you teleported across the international date line, nor do I think magic items respect the international date line. But that's a good argument. I appreciate it. And in the spirit of that good argument and all of the psychological torment I've just put you all through, you may all increase your level by 1.
Hey!
Congratulations.
yes. Thank you, Travis.
You're welcome. What's up?
Disclosure.
Any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns?
I have to figure out this haiku thing because it's gonna drive me crazy. When do we start again? October? No, November?
Yeah, well, we're going to take a brief break for the season through October because I'm running some other horror streams and stuff, and we may do some fun one shots. Who knows? I'm keeping it a little loosey goosey because everything's a little heavy on the deadline side for me at the moment. So this show will be down through October and into the probably the second half of November. At which point we will return for Frostlands of Fenrilik. I am so excited to go up there and mess around with all the big, horrible, terrible, scary things that are going on up there. So without further ado, then let's have everybody go ahead and tell us who you are, what you do, who you're playing, your pronouns, their pronouns, and anything you would care to promote. And let's start things off this time with Charlung.
Not used to going first. Hi, I'm Corey, aka Charlung, both they, them. And I work on a video game called Caves of Cud. Check it out. It's a fun roguelike adventure. That's it.
And that is available over at cavescud.com. Oh, hey, I was typing in the wrong place. Ian is not really in the chat. I was just in the wrong window. My bad. On that note, Almond, please give us your pertinence.
Hi, I am Milena. I play Alland. I'm she, her, they, them, and Alland is just she, her. And I'm very angry and frustrated, but it's fine. In real life, I'm an illustrator, art teacher, and yoga teacher in Chicago. You can follow me on Instagram at Milena Denano or at Milena Moves Mindfully. If you want to see aerial yoga stuff, I also have a Patreon. That is patreon.com/Milena Denano. And yeah, this is really fun. I'm really excited to see what happens next. I got a peep at the new character Mike is going to play because I made chili yesterday and he came over. And I'm excited to meet that character.
I am excited as well to see what Mike has up his sleeve. It's going to be a lot of fun. Next up, Ithrin, please give us your pertinence.
Hello, I have played Ithrin, the Druid Cleric. I am Rachel. You can find me Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere, including this Friday, where we are going to be starting a Dune Chronicle. It is a continuation of one that ran on a more different channel, and we're picking up the story on Arrakis. It should be a lot of fun. That will be Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific over at twitch.tv/Stolen Fires. So come check it out. It should be really fun.
Definitely head over there, follow and sub and check out those streams. Thank you so much. Next up, Lulu, please give us your pertinence.
Hello, I am Allie. We're both she, her. Travis, I can't believe we ended inside a monster. That's so ridiculous. Epic cliffhanger.
That was entirely the dice that did that to you. You rolled a mishap on that teleportation. At least you didn't wind up inside an actual object. So be happy that I'm a nice GM. Because with that roll, you could have very well materialized inside of a glacier.
Oh my goodness. And then the story ends there. No.
Credits.
I'm excited to see Mike's new character. I'm excited to see what we all do. I love this group. It's so chaotic and fun.
It's going to be a blast. I definitely look forward to seeing how things go as we visit the frozen north. Next up, Charlie, please give us your pertinence.
I am Sarah Scheinrober, she, her. I play Charlie, also she, her, but they, them also. And I do things. I write stories and I stream on Twitch and sometimes I make YouTube videos. Anyway, I do lots of things. Most of those places I'm Wordsmith Sarah. I'm on Twitter a whole lot and I'm usually talking shit. I think that's about it.
Beautiful. And I guess that leaves me. I am Travis, he, they. When I'm not running games, I'm writing them. It is my sworn duty to remind you that it is They Came From month over at Drive Through RPG. It is the 10th anniversary of Onyx Path Publishing, and to celebrate each month, we are focusing on a different game line. This month, it is They Came From. Right now, you can get They Came From Beneath the Sea and various supplements for it for 10% of the cover price. I also want to take this time as we're going into the cool season in the Northern Hemisphere to entice you all to check out Frostlands of Fenrilik, which is the supplement next season will be focused on. It takes place in the world of Scarred Lands in the northern continent of Fenrilik. And Frostlands Fenrilik offers everything that you need to set your own campaigns there. There's an introductory adventure in the background, new playable peoples, new playable classes, and it also opens it up for community content. So if you wanted to make your own adventure set in Fenrilik, you may do so through Solution Vault. And I just threw a link to that up in the chat. I look forward to returning and seeing how things go.
Mike and I did the art for Frostlands of Fenrilik.
And Mike and Mulaney did the art for Frostlands of Fenrilik. That's true. So another reason to go buy the book.
Do it, baby.
Yeah, head over, buy a copy for your friends. It's available in POD and PDF. Other than that, I guess we'll see you in November. Take care of yourselves and each other. Make sure you get your shots and wash your hands, wear a mask, all that fun stuff. Till next time.